a hireling and a servant. In fact, we even meet ourselves on this morning if we find that we are more like Obadiah than we are like Elijah. God give us the grace to change on this church anniversary. Let's look at this passage. Three things I want to lift up before you is, number one, let's look at Elijah's surrendered service. Elijah's surrendered service. Repeat after me, Elijah's surrendered service. What occurs in Elijah's surrendered services right here in verses 1 and 2? It shows that number one, first of all, he has a commander. He has the commander, which is God himself. And look, you know what? As a person who, matter of fact, on this week serving in the United States Air Force, of course, I took off on this morning because I told them we had a very special day going on. But one of the things, Minister Williams, we learned first in the military is that look, anybody who outranks you can give you an order to perform, and there is no questioning about it. There's no hesitation. There's no reservation. You do not have somebody who outranks you say, listen, I just gave you an order to do thus and so, and you say, okay, well, let's talk about it, sir. Can I tell you, with that kind of attitude, they've got a special place in the military for you. It's called Leavenworth. Amen. It's the brig. It's the gated community. They will lock you up. And so look, Elijah has a commander because in the practical sense, as I use the young folk vernacular, come on, y'all, God be tripping sometimes. All right. I mean, because come on, let's check out the fact that, listen, Elijah is put up first of all to go look into a king's face. All right. Who at any moment can take him out. That's right. And tell him, you know, thus said God. Now that God tells the man of God, look, okay, now go down and live by a brook. I don't worry about how you're going to make it. I'm going to feed you with a raven. All right, man. You have a brook for what? You have a catering service. Okay, all right. Do that. And just about on the end of that, he tells them, now, ain't more water coming out of the brook dry. You know, God be tripping sometimes. Wait, brook dry? I tell you what, go down to Zarephath. I know you ain't never been there before. All right, man. I know you ain't never met this woman before. Yes. That's all right. Just go because I said, go to Zarephath, tell the widow, and you're going to do the right one because she's going to be picking up sticks. All right, all right, all right. Yeah. She's working. She's a working woman. All right. And when you see her, tell her, I said to sustain you. Yeah. Now, come on, y'all. Let's be real about it. Amen. How many of us would have had to say to God, hold on, God. You be tripping sometimes. Right. I don't know this woman and she don't know me. That's right, man. And you won't be just go out and just tell her, okay, all right, okay, all right. You won't act like that. Okay, I know I can't argue that. Okay, I go. He goes to Zarephath, does exactly that. Tell the woman, look, I know you get ready to eat what you have, little meal in the barrel, a little oil and cruise. He said, well, look, go and do what you plan to do, but before you feed yourself, I'm preaching. All right. Yeah. Hang on, wait a minute. Come on, can you just walk in Elijah's shoes for a minute? All right, man. I mean, how many of you would have had to say to God, man, you know me. That's right. Come on, you know I love you, God. But now, come on now, God. Come on now. You want me to just go down there? Then he does that. Amen. And then after that, in the midst of doing what thus said the Lord, a son died. Amen. Yes. And she don't turn around and say, my goodness, it's some kind of medical She said, preacher, it's your fault.
Yeah, all right, that's right.
My goodness. How many would have had to conversate with God at this point and say, God, you just tripping just too much. I keep on trying to do what you tell me to do. And every time it looks like something good happened, I end up taking one step forward and two steps backwards. Anybody ever felt like that with God? That sometimes I end up with a capital gain of a -1. But listen, he has a commander, and so listen, Elijah is committed to God. So not only does he have a commander, but secondly, the text would imply he has a command. He has a command because this command comes from God for Elijah to come out of hiding. It's been 3 years now. You've been down by Brook, you've been down by Sarasota, but I want you on Front Street now. How many would have had to argue with God again? Now look, God, I've been trying to do everything that you said and what have you, but now listen, and how many people actually, you said, now God, I know that, preachers around church told me you're going to have some trials, you're going to have some tribulation, and I don't mind going through what I got to go through, but at the same time, God, at least I don't want nobody in my business. Come on, don't put my stuff out there where folk know what I'm going through. Come on, say amen to me, somebody. That listen, folk feel like, well, listen, at least if I got to go through what I got to go through, let's keep it on the DL, God. Let's keep it on the down low. Don't let nobody know what I'm going through. And God puts your laundry out there anyway. Can I tell you that, listen, sometimes regardless, it might hurt you, you might not like it, but at the same time, God is adding to your testimony. Because listen, if you never had a test, and folk would not have known that you had a test, your testimony will not be as powerful. Talk to me here, somebody. In other words, when you've gone through some stuff and you made it through this and through that, and you sit down and tell somebody, baby, let me tell you what God will do. You heard about me. You know it's been out in the street. You know my business been out there. And if God could take care of me, step somebody on the shoulder and tell me he'll do it for you. He'll do it. And what's so wonderful about it, he'll give you some free advertisements. You ain't gotta pay nobody for this because folk been talking. Let me just tell you, I leave this point alone. That listen, the rest of the woman, listen. I don't care who you are on this morning. If you truly are a man or woman of God, there is nobody on record that I've seen that God has called or used that he has not given strange commands and demands. Now, if you sit down on this morning and say, well, Lord, he ain't do nothing straight. Okay. Then you need to check yourself before you register. There's nobody on record that God will use. And he didn't give him some strength. But watch this, y'all. In the passage, here is the good news. Is that listen, there is a command, but then thirdly, there is the comfort. In other words, listen, it looks strange, Elijah, but I come tell you everything is going to be all right.